Hey, good morning, or afternoon, I should say. I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. I am so excited for you guys to try out A Little Obsessed this coming week. It really was exciting to get into it when I started back in December, and then to get into 80-Day Obsession after that was pretty astounding. But we're going to start with A Little Obsessed. I know some of you want to dive right into 80-Day Obsession after, and there's a few of you who are just testing out A Little Obsessed to see if you like it. If you're just testing it out and you do not have the free 2-week trial for Beachbody On Demand yet, just let me know today. I'm also going to post in the group a little bit later how you can set that up. You want to set up the trial today just because it can sometimes take like 12 hours for it to be activated on your account, and that way you're ready to start tomorrow with A Little Obsessed. So with A Little Obsessed, we got 5 workouts coming up this week. They're all 30 minutes. My goal for you guys today, plan out when your workouts are going to be. If you have a steady work schedule, fantastic. If you have a fluid schedule, you can do like maybe you're doing a morning workout on Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're going to have to do an evening because it's just not going to work in the morning, and that's totally fine. And you know, if you're like Monday's crazy for me, I'm going to start Tuesday, that's fine. It's really not a big deal. It just matters that you choose now when you're starting. When we schedule things out, we're just so much more likely to stick to them than if it's on the fly. Then it's like, oh, I got tired and busy today, so I'm just going to put it off till tomorrow. And we all know that just becomes a redundant habit. So let's plan that out today. I would love to see you post in the comments when you're planning to work out, especially tomorrow. So we're going to get that solidified. And it is really important that you know in at least a day in advance what time of day you're working out, because with A Little Obsessed and with 80-Day Obsession, we have something called timed nutrition. This is the way that like professional athletes eat. If you went and paid a professional trainer to put together a meal plan for you, this is the kind of plan you would get. This is the most effective way to feed your body so that it's going to build muscle and it's going to drop excess body fat. That's going to lean you out, sculpt you out, tone you out, going to do all those wonderful things that we all want to happen for our bodies. Plus, on top of that, what I think is almost more important is we have so much more energy and all of our cravings go away. This is the one thing that was really interesting in our 80-Day Obsession group. I asked everybody at the end of our first 4 weeks, guys, what's changed for you? And I wanted to know everything from like, did you lose weight? Are you sleeping better? All that stuff. And everybody had profound changes all around. But the one thing that was like resounding from everybody was like, our cravings are absolutely gone. And we no longer feel like food has control over us. We're no longer emotionally eating. We're eating for fuel. And we're enjoying our meals more. That was really cool. We weren't mindlessly eating anymore because, oh, I'm busy and I need to grab something quick and just gulp it down. It was precisely planning out these meals, and that really translated in so many different ways. So I'm really excited for you to try this. The meal plan is such an integral part of 80-Day Obsession. Don't just do the workouts. We did have a couple people who didn't do the meal plan that first month, and by the time they got the end of week 4, they were really regretting it because they saw everybody else was like, I feel amazing and I lost all this weight and I, this, that, and the other thing, I'm sleeping so well and all that stuff. And they were like, I didn't make the progress I wanted to make. They still made progress, but it wasn't anywhere near what everybody else was seeing. So the meal plan is integral, and that's why I'm taking the time now to make this video so that you are 100% knowing exactly what to do for tomorrow. If you need to get groceries today, great. If you need to say, okay, because I need to plan this out, I'm going to maybe start Tuesday instead so that I've got tomorrow to plan it out, that's fine. The main thing is don't panic about it. This is a learning process, and it's very normal the first few days to go, what the heck am I doing? So if you already have your challenge pack, you know that we are using these little color-coded containers for our nutrition. They're cute, but they serve a purpose beyond being adorably cute and colorful. Although if you have kids, they might try and steal them from you. It happens to some of our moms. So basically, how these containers work, I can put them in front of me so you guys can see. Hopefully my computer's not buzzing too loudly. So basically, they correspond to food groups. That's what these containers do. Very exciting. it's actually quite a simple way to eat this way. We don't have to count any calories. You don't have to track macronutrients. That's all done in the process of figuring out what meal plan you're in based on your own body's caloric needs and your personal goals, whether you're looking to maintain weight or lose weight. And then they have pre-portioned out the foods. That's what we do with these containers. We just measure our food and eat. So they have put together all the foods that we need to go like, hey, you eat these in these combinations and your body is going to get the right macronutrients at the right times. So this week, we're just introducing time nutrition. So when you get into the nutrition plan, which I'm about to switch my camera over so you can start seeing it as we go through the guide, it's the part we're focusing on is eating before the workout and after the workout, very specifically in specific combinations with the containers. For the rest of A Little Obsessed, the remaining containers you have to eat throughout the day, you can put in any order you want. With 80-Day Obsession, they are pre-selected combinations so that your body is getting the right amount of healthy proteins, fats, and carbohydrates in the right amounts at the right times. You can move around the other meals besides the workout block meals, and this is going to make more sense when I flip this camera around, but the combinations need to stay the same. So I'm going to get into what all this means. Now, if you're just trying A Little Obsessed, you don't have the containers, you're just getting Beachbody On Demand, I will also put up how to figure out the right measurements so that you can just use a measuring cup this week as you're testing it out, so you don't have to buy a set of containers unless you're like, hey, I really like this and I want to do 80-Day Obsession. In that case, you get all of the equipment and the containers. They come with 80-Day Obsession, so you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. They really make it easy that way. So let us get this flipped around and let us dive into this whole meal plan thing. So I'm going to flip my camera. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I'm just at the Beachbody website right here, the teambeachbody.com. And as you can see, I'm already logged in. If you're not logged in, then just do that first. So then I'm just going to click on Beachbody On Demand right here at the top of the screen, and it's going to open a new tab. And here we are in Beachbody On Demand. And my internet's slow today. There we go. So as you can see, just at the top here, these are newer programs, so they're showing up at the top. So we're not going to click on 80-Day Obsession today because the meal plan is different. It's more involved. I'm going to go over that at the end of the week. Today we are just dealing with A Little Obsessed. So I'm going to click on that to open it up. Now when you open the program, you can see we open on the workout list. The 5 of them are here. You do them in that order. There's a workout calendar for 80-Day Obsession, but again, we're not going to worry about that. There's just these 5 workouts. We do them in the order they're laid out throughout the week. But we're looking at the meal plan today. So program materials. So here in the program materials, you can see we've got a whole bunch of stuff. They do have a playlist. They don't have music with this one because they wanted people to have the option to put in their own music. But you have that option if you want to use what they had put in for that. So here's all the meal plan stuff. So the first thing you can see at the top here, we've got the vegan meal plan here and the traditional meal plan at the top. I'm just going to look at the traditional one. If you are vegan, click this one. When you go in to look, it just changes some of the stuff we're doing with the containers a little bit, but overall it's not that different. So we're into the meal plan. I'm just going to scroll down. Introduction. I'm going to let you read that on your own instead of going through it, but it's just covering a little what to expect with 80-Day Obsession from our trainer, Autumn Calabrese. So as we go down, we're kind of just explaining the containers here like I kind of did a bit, just what corresponds to what container. It's very simple. It's something where at first it's like, what? And then it's like, okay, it's not that bad. So as we're going down here, this is the first thing we really got to focus on is what calorie bracket are you going to be in for this week? And we will have to recalculate for 80-Day Obsession because they're different workouts, they're more intense. But for this week, we're going to use this calculation. So you're going to take your body weight in pounds times 11. You're going to take that number and add 400 to it. You're going to take that total and minus 750 from it if you're looking to lose weight. If you are not looking to lose weight, this is the number you're going to use. If you're looking to lose weight, then you subtract the 750 and use the number you get there. That's going to put you in whatever plan you're in. So as you can see, based on the calories, based on the number you get up here, you're going to figure out which bracket you're going to be in. And then each bracket tells you how many of each container that you get to eat. That just makes it so, it's just so simple at the end of the day. It looked really confusing at first, and I was like, oh, this isn't bad at all. So, okay, we know how many containers we get each day from that. So then, okay, what's the workout block that I was talking about? And this is an example using Plan A. There are the breakdowns for the other ones I'll show you after. But you can see somebody in Plan A, 60 to 90 minutes before their workout, they're going to eat a green, a red, a yellow, and a teaspoon. So that's a vegetable, healthy protein, complex carbs, and the teaspoon is for like, primarily for like oils or nut butters. So that will be 60 to 90 minutes before the workout. If you have the Beachbody Performance line, then 20 to 30 minutes before your workout, have your Beachbody Energize. You can have that a little closer to your workout. Sometimes I find I like it more like 10 minutes before the workout because then I can pee before I go to work out. If you're somebody who ends up having to pee mid-workout, that's sometimes a better option just to have it quicker, run to the bathroom, it's good. Okay, so after the workout, within 30 minutes, if you are using the Beachbody Performance line, you would have your recovery shake and a purple, which is a fruit, within 30 minutes of finishing your workout. If you are not using the Beachbody Performance line, that purple goes with this meal. That's it. That is the only change that you need to know about. So if you're not using Beachbody Performance Recovery, put that purple here. This is 1 to 2 hours after finishing your workout. We're going to have a green, a red, a yellow, and a teaspoon. Now again, this is the A plan. So I'm going to scroll down and it looks confusing, but it's not because you only got to focus on your own plan down here. This is the workout block for every single group. So as you can see, like if you were in like meal plan F over here, there's a lot more containers that you're getting because you're in a much higher calorie bracket. Same thing applies though. Like let's say you were not using the Beachbody Performance Recover, you would move that purple and that yellow down here with this post-workout meal. Now you'll also notice there is meal option 1. If you have to eat closer than 60 to 90 minutes before your workout, so let's say you have to leave at 7 a.m. in the morning to get to work, and you still want to get in a morning workout, but you don't want to have to get up at like 4 a.m. to do it, then you could use meal option 1 in place of the pre-workout meal. It's ideal if you don't have to do that. It just gives you an option. Once we get into the full 80-day obsession plan, you'll have your workout block, plus you'll have meal options 1, 2, and 3. Those are combinations you need to keep in the day. As far as like our purposes are concerned here, I'm only wanting you guys to focus on this workout block, the before and the after meal, and if you're using the supplements, also follow how they do that. But this is the most important integral part of this plan, because this is properly giving your body enough energy to be able to tackle your workouts with just phenomenal energy to be able to give the maximum effort. That's going to get you better results. And then this post-workout meal is going to fuel your body up so that your body is going to build that lean muscle tissue. Because when we work out, we're breaking it down. We need to build it back up. That's where we get the results. This is the high and the low of the plan. And I don't want everybody to get super complicated beyond that. So this is the most important part, the before and the after meal. Once we get into 80-day obsession, again, at the end of the week, we're going to talk about the rest of the meals. But for now, that's the important part. You focus on those combinations. Then for the rest of the day, you're going to have 3 more meals. You're going to eat every 2 to 3 hours. And you're going to use your remaining containers based on whatever plan you're in to make up those meals. You can use whatever combination you like. And as we go down just further here on the list, we got our foods list, and that's it. So this is something you can just print out and put on the fridge. There's a bit more of a chart in 80-day obsession that's on one page, which is a little bit easier, I find, that I have on my fridge. but it just shows you like the the approved foods, I should say, not ideal foods, the approved foods that you need to be eating on this plan. You can see the lists are long. Like, this is not about taking foods out. It's about eating whole foods. It's about nourishing your body. And earlier, Kelly asked me, well, I don't want to shove a piece of bread into my yellow container and have mushy bread. When it comes to foods that just wouldn't fit in the container, they have already listed like what would you have. So I'm going to go, just for example, into the yellow containers, which are our carbohydrates, for an example, and bring that up. So for example, like a tortilla, it tells us you can have a tortilla, whole grain, one small 6-inch size would count as one yellow. That's what this means. So when the same thing with like fruits that necessarily like wouldn't fit in there, it's going to tell you an example. Asparagus, you're not going to chop it up into little itty bitty bits just to fit into your green container. It tells you, I think it's like 10 or 12 large spears count as a green. So we have equivalents for things like that. So not everything has to be smushed and mushed into containers. We do have examples of what the equivalents are. So that is really the main thing here. We do also have like the free foods list, spices, information on water, tea, coffee, all that stuff, what's good to drink. And if you're using the supplements, there's some more information on them here, or if you're just curious about them, you can also ask me. I use all of them. And that's really it. It's one of those things where it looks complicated at a glance, but once we really break it down, this has been the easiest way to eat that I've ever done. So switching back around, hi. So I hope that was helpful in kind of just understanding the basics of the food plan there. And really when we dive into 80-Day Obsession, it's just taking it one notch up from there. So this week's going to give you all the foundation for the food. Like I said, I'm going to get the information on the container equivalents up for those of you who are just trying out 80-Day Obsession and don't have the containers to try. And I will put up how to get a free trial of Beachbody On Demand so that you can get access to a Little Obsessed for this week if you're just trying it out. I think that's it. So anyway, any questions? Shoot them over. I'm always happy to answer. I'm so excited for you guys to try this. This has been such an exciting, I just finished week 6 and it's been an incredible 80-Day Obsession. So I absolutely love it. I hope you love it too, but most importantly, I hope you have fun. I hope this week is just a whole lot of fun. So have an awesome weekend. We'll talk soon, guys.